It is Monday. It is 8 o'clock, and if it's Monday at 8 o'clock, it is Mighty Monkey's Nerd World News. We are here. We are the only show in town that would bring you this kind of entertainment. We use entertainment in quotes because guess what?
What?
Don't worry.
Be happy.
About a thing, cause every little thing gonna be all right. Anyway.
I didn't know where you were coming with this.
I don't know where I was going with it either. This is completely improv at the moment. We have an Ann on board. I'm trying to impress Ann.
Oh, okay.
That's the thing. Hi, Ann.
Hi, I'm just sharing our post.
You're just sharing your post, our post?
Yeah.
So good to see you.
Hi,
Peter's
Vicky. Hi, Peter.
Is on board. It is all good to see you guys.
I know. I screw up the Monday and the 8 o'clock last week. And
do I have to write it out for you?
Yes.
Because that's not going to be the only time you get stuck doing it.
I know. And I know
Melanie.
It's 8 o'clock. And I know that.
Did you find your sword yet, Melanie?
I got my lightsaber back.
Yeah, no good.
So, Ann, how are you?
I'm very well.
I haven't seen you in a little while.
Friday.
What's that?
Friday.
Oh, that's right. There was a lot going on. I couldn't keep track of it all.
Yes, yeah. So
I was in the game master zone where I was thinking more about what I was about to do to the players rather than
than taking time out with Ann and Deanna who got by with 12 cupcakes, and then Jason brought 12 cupcakes,
and then Chrissy brought a cake. We had enough sugar in that room to give an entire football team diabetes.
There are still 8 cupcakes left.
Yes. She did not find her sword, but she found the rest of the costume sorted, and I'm trying to figure out Torakon's guidelines.
Oh, they're just like ours.
Yeah, pretty much. I think we actually ordered ours after theirs, if I'm not mistaken.
Probably.
I think on the weapons, it's very close.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we have no news tonight. This is us just chewing the fat, shooting the breeze. We were going to tell you a little bit about us, which is something we're really bad at. That's something we've noticed over the years, is that we like to do the job and not talk about the job. But it has come to pass recently that we need to start tooting our own horn. So
because some people really don't know who we are.
That's weird to me that after 8 years now, people haven't figured out who we are and what we are and differentiate us from other people and whatnot. So here we go. Toot, baby. I have talking points. This is how good we are at talking about ourselves. I actually had Deanna write me I'm like
Deanna. I need talking points.
It's not as healthy as my ego is. I have a hard time with this. I have a hard time saying, "Yay, we rock."
We rock,
but we really do.
But yet we are the first and biggest critics of ourselves.
Right.
But we don't heap praise on ourselves when we're
try not to,
because we don't want to get too big for our britches.
Right.
But we're getting big for our britches because we're starting to I know you said we're breaking our attendance record every year.
Yeah, that's a thing. All right, so let's start with talking point number 1. Ting. Okay. Who are we and what we do?
I have a semi.
Flower City Comic-Con, collectively known as FC3, is produced by the Mighty Monkey Corporation. We are a 501(c) organization dedicated to encouraging an interest in the appreciation of science, technology, and the arts by creating awareness and appreciation for pop culture art forms. That is our mission statement.
It is our mission statement.
That's actually
on our website.
That's on our website, and
Thank you, Deanna, for bringing it to the forefront again.
Seriously, we wrote that 8 years ago, and
I think we revamped it. When we became the DBA Mighty Monkey Productions.
We started as DBA, and now we're something else now.
We're a nonprofit.
We're the nonprofit. We're the 501(c) at this point. So as we were evolving, we crafted the original mission statement. So the Mighty Monkey Corporation, that is us. That's the 6 of us. That's the production company that creates the Flower City Comic-Con. And what does it mean to be a 501(c)? And yes, Ann dyed her hair a little bit. She's got some blue highlighting action going on. It's looked very pretty. I liked it very much.
Well, as I said, Ann and I are going to Syracuse this upcoming weekend. I have purple hair, so she said she couldn't have purple hair.
Yep.
I have gray. It's starting to happen. I have gray.
Closed captions don't always match what you're saying. It's hilarious.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
I was
I
gonna
know
say,
I
in-
talk too fast sometimes, and so what happens is that closed captioning cannot keep up with me
oh,
because I get going and I start talking like this, and then it's all over at that point. Then it just
Yeah.
starts blurring together. So that's a wild thing. All right. So, I think if we just stick to the fundamentals, this is who we are. This is what we do. This is what we want to achieve. We are, get ready for this one, kids. This is important. We are 100% volunteer organization and event. We do all of the work from booking the venue, guests, artists, planning panels, and programming for the convention weekend, seeking unique vendors and other attractions to provide not just a convention, but a convention experience. We also take care of the behind the scenes stuff, such as, like securing the tables and chairs for the weekend, the hotels and travel for guests, setting up security and parking. We have built relationships with numerous local businesses and organizations whose commitment to us is part of how we can bring our event to fruition each year. Guys, volunteer from top to bottom. Even the board of directors, we do not draw a salary from this event.
0.
We are volunteers through and through. We do this because we love it, honestly. And that's we're not trying to make PR points here. This is the honest truth. This is something that people have, people are always saying, oh, Chris, you're the owner of FC3. No, I'm not. I'm part of the board of directors, and we are all volunteers, kids. We do this because we love it. We do this not to make money, but just to put the event on. We want to throw a really good party every year.
Melanie states she has seen behind the curtain. You guys literally do everything.
Yeah.
And more.
Yep.
Wait. There's one thing we do not do.
What's
Laundry?
that?
Oh wait, no, we do that.
We do wash all the tablecloths.
We do.
Yep.
We don't cook for the guests. We cater the food, but
Right,
we don't
we
cook
cater.
for the guests.
We do not cook for the guests.
But
there will never be a crock pot in our
But
green
we
room.
do ask the guests what their dietary restrictions are.
Right.
What do they prefer? Whatever. Because knowing I have allergies, Anne has allergies to certain foods. People are
I'm allergic to Anne.
No.
Not my cooking.
No, not your cooking. Your cooking is amazing.
So yes, so we're very conscientious about that. And Melanie's like, and you got me Red Bull, which was super thoughtful. So yes, it's something that we do everything that we would want people to do for us if we were going like it is. Anne has mentioned regards to Liftbridge Books when she was out there talking that they say it's a reunion. It's like a family reunion. So what do you do for family is you check and see what they need, and we provide that.
The people from Liftbridge Books gave us one of the best compliments I think we've ever heard is it felt like coming home. And I was like, wow, that was awesome, right? That was the thing right there.
Jason says
all stray children will be given Red Bull and a puppy.
I got puppies.
And then sent to Jason Howard to sit in the chariot.
Yes.
I can arrange the puppies.
Or anything else that he brings.
And it goes without saying, people, please spread this message far and wide. Like us, share us, follow us everywhere you go, and we'll lead you to where the entertainment is, as I used to say for the podcast. Get the word out and let people know. Hi, Michelle Selden. It's so good to see you too. All right. And Vicky's here and Jason. And this is great. This is a good crowd tonight.
Who's Michelle Selden?
She was one of the people who helped Jason bring the chariot.
Oh,
she was that awesome lady who was laughing with us most of the weekend.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. So
please share. It's time. We are at a crossroads as FC3. We have built our foundation as a solid small market convention. We are taking steps where, obviously we're never going to be San Diego. We're never going to be New York City. We're not going to be, Salt Lake, or Toronto, but we're taking the steps to move to a next level for us. And we want to take you with us. But to do that, we need people to know we are here. I still, after almost 10 years of doing this now, we still hear people saying, oh, we didn't know there was a convention in town. And that's partially our fault, right? For not getting the word out as prodigiously as we should. But now is the time that we want to start ramping things up. We need your help. This feels like a PBS, telethon. Sponsor us now, and we'll bring more.
If you do want to sponsor us,
we've seen this evening. So, PBS, are you aware of the fact that I'm giving you free plugs right now? I'm just saying. I want a free tote bag. Okay, Kels, we'll see what we can do. I think we actually have some left over
I
from
don't
last
know,
year.
do we? I don't
All right,
know.
I think we're in the middle of ordering some new ones. I think we're going to order some for VIP bags this year.
Sounds good. Kels, I'm going to set one aside for you. All right, this short hair nonsense, this is it. This is the shortest you're ever going to see my hair again. I don't want my hat. I just want my hair to grow. Anyway, I already got a big chunk of text I'm going to read. It's
Why
a thing.
do we do this?
Thank you, Deanna, for this. Why we do this. This is important. This is the highlight reel, kids. So pay attention. Outside of the obvious, which is to have a good time, meet new people, and bring a bit of the pop culture galaxy to our corner of the world, we love to give back to the community. When we started this event, we wanted to give back in some way to the community. We have donated now, recently, over $5,000 to programs that encourage reading and literacy, that provide books to underprivileged children, provide grants to educators to help grow and promote music in our schools, and to provide resources to support classroom educational projects. We have also collaborated with artist Ken Wheaton to create a comic book series with our mascot, Simi, chronicling her adventures growing up and discovering her creative mind. Every guest who attends our annual event receives a copy of the current edition of the comic book.
Shown here.
Yep, Simi's Big Adventure #1, seen in the end screen right now.
Look, your pants are tucked in. Your shirt's tucked in.
My shirt is tucked in. I can't, it's not me because the shirt's tucked in. That's all I have to say. My only critique, and here I am critiquing Ken Wheaton like I have a leg to stand on in that regard, right?
I can't wait for book 2, man. I'm so excited.
My shirt is still tucked in book 2, I'm told.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now it's going to be the running gag.
Great. All right, I'm going to keep reading so that I can ignore you. We are also aware that with Rochester being home to a large deaf or hard of hearing community, we are also consistently working to improve their experience at our event as well. We have interpreters available for our hearing impaired guests so that they are able to experience everything that we offer at FC3. Since 2016, FC3 has averaged 3,000 guests at our annual event, and our attendance has grown each year. As I was saying earlier, and Tanya repeated the line, we have never failed to beat the previous year's attendance record. Every year we've done it, okay? So we are going in the right direction. We strive to provide something for everyone: comic books, panel discussions, opportunities to interact with celebrity guests and comic artists, opportunities to purchase unique items and creations from local vendors. We also understand that events like this can be overwhelming for some and have created spaces for those who need a break with our quiet room and safe zones. If you haven't, please check out our social media pages on Facebook, Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it this week, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch. We will post those links to them later tonight. They can all be found through our link tree. They were carefully cultivated several years ago, and you ignore them all the time. But now start clicking them. We need you. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, and follow for the latest information about us.
Ooh, I'm going to add something in here.
George Lucas at writing dialogue. I have to say that right now.
I'm going to add something in. If you have friends who need sign language interpreters, or you need friends who need help getting around the convention, you have friends that want to come and they don't know what to expect. Bring them anyway. We have sign language interpreters. We have the quiet space. We have the safe zone. We have the cosplay changing area. We have a place for everybody to come and feel welcome and to feel comfortable. And that is one of the most important things. This is not just a convention for us to make money, to give money away. This is to make friends, to make family. This is to make our pop culture family every day and not just once a year. You're going to make friends and you're going to have a good time. And
we know a Santa who signs as well, apparently.
Yes, we do.
That's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. The people we have met during this adventure, the connections we have helped make. I think the very first anecdote.
Roller derby.
That's exactly where I was going. Tanya and I have been friends for so long, we're telepathic to a degree. But this is one of my favorite anecdotes. Our very first show was at the Convention Center downtown in 2016.
Ah, that was a good year.
About a month or so later, I was at Comics Etc., one of my favorite comic book shops in Rochester. and I saw a girl who had a Rock City Roller Derby t-shirt on. And I'm like, oh, cool. We had your team at our convention doing a demonstration. And she looked me dead in the eye and said, yeah, that's where I met them. I'm like, what? She goes, I'd never heard of them. I didn't know they existed, but I was at your show and I met them there. And now I'm a part of the team. We make connections. We live for that. Okay. That's what we want to do. We want to bring people together. This is by fans for fans. Okay. It's an old line that many conventions have used over the years, but it's so true. We are not actually BSing you when we say it. Like I mentioned, let's circle back to earlier in the conversation. The board of directors, the 6 of us, Ann, Dan, Tanya, myself, Deanna, Brian, we are volunteers. We make no money off of this.
We spend a lot of our own
We
money.
spend a lot of our own money. We
And
expect
time.
a return on our investment somewhere
Right,
along the
right.
line. That's I guess technically we're getting paid in that regard.
Yeah.
But we're not doing this for a salary. We're
Right.
not doing this to become rich and famous. We're doing this because we want to throw a great party every year, and we want you and your friends and your family and people you've never met before to be a part of it. That's what we're doing. That's the horn we hate tooting all the time.
Oh, we're tuning it now.
We're gonna. That's what we're
Oh,
doing.
you scared your dog.
I scared her. Not the
Right,
first
Melanie?
time we've done that.
You come as just a person, and then you get to come in as a guest, and then all of a sudden you're now helping us.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Same
We
thing
get
happened
our
with me,
people.
you know.
Just like Melanie's saying right now, she can confirm that there's a ton of brainstorming to see what else can be included with the tickets to make it the best experience possible
Yes.
without an additional charge.
Yes.
Mhm.
Because we want you to be able to do A, B, and C and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And we're constantly like, what else can we add? What can we do? What can we do?
We're adding Friday night programming this year, where I will be dungeon mastering a one-shot. We will have a cosplay dance party. We are going to have the comic book vendors. A few of them are going to be open ahead of time so people can come and just shop.
We're talking, throwing around the idea of making FC3 friendship bracelets that night, kind of like all the Swifty.
Yeah.
So we'll have FC3 ones.
We can have simmies instead of Swifties. We can have simius.
Simmies. And somebody asked me how we came up with Simmies. So I'll tell you that story real quick. I know I've talked about it before in previous casts, but it's always fun to talk about it again. I came up with her. I think we were still at Convention Center when I came up with her, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember completely, but I was at work one day, and I know we were talking. Kels wants to help with friendship bracelets. Awesome sauce.
You're signed up.
You're signed up. Okay, so I was at work one day driving around, and we had just had a board meeting about a week or so earlier.
You called me and
I called you, and I called Dan first, and then I called you because the brainstorm hit. And so I came up with the whole idea of Saturday morning cartoons, because we know animator students at RIT, stuff like that. Well, you don't anymore, they all graduated, but at the time we did. Oh, thanks, Jay. That's awesome.
Thanks, Ann, for plugging that up there.
Absolutely.
She had access to it.
That's fantastic. But and then I said, well, let's feature around this particular character. And I kind of started spitballing ideas, and I said, we have to have this little monkey because we call ourselves the Mighty Monkey Corporation. So we'll make her a little monkey mascot. And then the name popped into my head, Simi. Her full name is Simi Ann, like Simeon, like a monkey or an ape is a simian. So Simi Ann, and then Henseltail is her last name. That's not something we talk about often. But so we have Simi Henseltail, and her favorite go-to adult for advice is her grandmother, Henseltail. So yes, the puns were just raging across the countryside at that point.
He
but
had to explain it to me.
I had to explain it to her. That was my favorite part. The teacher, the educator. I had to explain it to her. It was so amazing.
Not a science teacher.
But I said it to Dan. I said, okay.
Of course,
and
he's going to get it.
I said to Dan, I go, yeah, and her grandmother, Henseltail, and Dan's just like, oh God.
He gets those dad jokes.
Yes. I know. But so that's kind of where that all came into play. And honestly, I didn't know what was really going to transpire with her. And
she's evolved too.
She has evolved. This is or the original logo is this, who was she was drawn originally by an artist out in Syracuse named Candace Starty, who was phenomenal, and I love her artwork. But now Ken Wheaton has taken her on and is updating her and making her just so adorable. It's like she was fitting with Dr. Seuss. Is amazing.
She's got so many cute
little expressions.
faces.
Yeah.
You see the stand-up?
I did. I saw the stand-up. We now have an actual life-size stand-up
of Simi, and I think she's going to Syracuse with us.
Yep.
She is. She's having her first outing with us this weekend.
Oh, God.
That's phenomenal. That is phenomenal.
We will make sure that we provide her bananas and apple juice. She doesn't get the fireball like we do.
No. Well,
oh, I got wine.
Her thing. That's
I know. That's why we're going to make sure she's got bananas and apple juice. Yeah, we're looking. Yes, she'll be coming to Toricon also.
Yes.
That'll be her second outing, as long as she doesn't do anything to get her grounded.
Her first outing with me. My little girl.
Tuck your pants in. She won't recognize you.
What's that?
Tuck your shirt in. She won't recognize you.
No. She can learn. She can figure it out on her own. She's a great girl. Cindy's probably smarter than I am.
That was good, Ann.
So
just let Ann loose, we're good.
Yeah. So guys, please help us get the word out. Tell people about us. As the flyers come online, we'll make sure to hand those out as well. And we're going to start hitting social media a lot harder. Let me bring up that link real quick. Hang on a second. I'm going to do this and that, and I'm going to go here to that. Linktree, Mighty Monkey still works, guys. And from that, you can also go to our podcast network. So all 200 episodes of Monkey Business that we recorded over 6 years.
Our YouTube channel.
And you'll get James Irish and Chrissy Harding and their friend Pemmy doing their cartoon podcast, which is still going strong after all these years. There's a few episodes of Dan and Chris Save the World on that network. Guys, we have been at this since 2015. 15 is when we were created. And we started, and our first show was in 16. And we are not going anywhere. That is our pledge to you. We're not done yet. We're not done yet. We just need a little help starting to push up to that next level at this point. And we trust you guys because you've been with us all along. You've been so amazing with your love and your support and your comments and your questions and your just dedication to helping us bring more to you. And when you do good, words travels well. We need it to travel a little farther, a little faster nowadays. Jason, thank you so much, man, for everything you do. You've been amazing just as well. I love everybody we've made contact with,
Well, and it depends on who you are. We might adopt you.
It's true. That's true.
Run.
The panel team has gone from a Chris, an Andy, and a Tony to 2 Andys and a Tony.
Yeah, and Chris has moved kind of into the background.
I'm moving into the background. I'm taking over volunteer. I am now the HR department of the company, which is really strange, I must say.
Yeah, well, at least for the volunteers.
Yeah, well, there's that.
Yeah.
Wade sighting.
Wade sighting.
He's bringing the milk in.
Sighting. Greg says, Ann, you look like a different person.
Yeah, I kind of do.
The blue is a lovely color on you. It really is.
Thank you.
Say. So, Mrs. Liebeck, do you have anything you would like to add to this conversation?
I think it's good. I think we need to grow on how much we have grown. We've grown from a convention at the convention center downtown to this, I don't want to say mega, but we've doubled in size.
Yes.
Than when we left the convention center. We've definitely doubled in size, but we've also doubled in the volunteers and the family. And we couldn't do this without them. And I absolutely love them. All of our volunteers.
We did the first convention in 2016 with 21 volunteers. Last year at the 2023 show, we had 57.
Yeah. And we could use more.
We can use more. We need more people.
Absolutely.
So,
especially when we're doing like a whole comic book area.
Right.
And
that's why I'm taking on the job of being a volunteer coordinator. We've never had one person dedicated to the job. It's usually Tanya and Ann with me helping out kind of like a little bit here and there. But now at this point, we will be, I'll step back a little bit from panels. I'll still do the occasional panel discussion and whatnot, step in and do an interview here and there, but I'm going to leave it in the very capable hands of now who we jokingly call Andy Senior. Now Andy Jr. It's the only way we can keep track of them, senior, junior, and Tony, who gets fired. Excuse me.
We fire Tony at least twice, 4 times convention weekend. Yeah, usually when you're coughing, you have to put your arms up.
You okay?
Jason Howard is acknowledging that we have been an integral part of the community that we serve, and we give back to the community and that we serve and supports us. I mean, the events that we do, the loving the Chai trunk or treat event.
Oh my God, that's so much fun.
The fact that Melanie was being chased through the recreation area by this little 2 or 3 year old.
Oh God,
because she was Cruella and she kept taking the puppies.
Yep.
That Anne's laughing. The fact that now this year we did the trunk or treat event at Frontier Field, Innovation Field. Sorry,
Center for Inclusion.
That's with and I can't wait to do it next year because what's our theme? What theme are we going to do next year? We've done Disney villains at one. We did Star Wars at one. We did fairies and dragons one.
We did farmers.
Did the farm on at the baseball stadium. We've gone and partnered with the Rochester Museum and Science Center, and we love meeting everyone that comes out to those after dark events.
Meeting Taylor Walder was just a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
So cool.
And working with Dan Schneiderman and Paul for Makers Fair. That we're doing books at Innovation Field. I thought, are we doing like a library this time? That's the theme. I don't know.
Possible.
Could be.
Greg,
I'm hoping to. I have been collecting books to hand out books along with treats.
Gotcha.
Oh,
gotcha. So that's our pledge. And we are going to do more about talking about some of the things we are on about. Dan and I have been wanting to do behind the scenes TikTok videos about, showing what we do and how we go through the things that we go through, how we make decisions, etc. So we're going to try and get started on that as soon as possible. And hopefully we'll have a breakthrough or two coming up soon so we can start talking about some of the people who are going to be joining us at the show this year.
Melanie says she's going to be Belle in her ball gown, so therefore I will have to talk to Terry at Arlene's to be Belle in her normal everyday dress.
Mel has that costume already because she went to Liftbridge Books dressed as Belle in her everyday dress and did pictures on the book racks.
But Melanie is much smaller than I am, so I won't be able to fit into that costume.
Jason, if Congress wants to be stupid, we'll find other avenues. We'll do YouTube. We'll do Facebook videos still at this point. We'll go on to Twitter, whatever the case may be.
X.
But I'm not calling it X. X is so weird. That is so weird. There's something wrong with Elon Musk. That's all I got to say.
A tree of strong roots takes years to grow. The seed we planted in 2016 is growing and flowering more beautiful every year. I love that. That is a great statement, Jason. Thank you.
Can I have a chainsaw?
No, bad, Ann. No,
hey, I was telling Greg to calm down a little bit.
Down and attach it to the tree. Like what's outside your house?
My cones, my chicken cones.
Yeah. Melanie's like, I am not. I bet it will fit you. Yeah. We'll have to have a discussion about that. I don't.
All right. So with that being said, my friends, the girls will be back with Comic Chicking and News in the very near future. I'll be popping in from time to time to do spiels and speeches and proselytize and pray and hope and beg. Please help us.
What's a POAP?
What is that?
May want to offer a POAP
for attendees. Just a thought. I'm not sure if you can help me with that acronym, Michelle. We'll probably agree with you.
I'm gonna Google it.
Google it. I'm gonna
Giggle it.
Giggle it.
I'm gonna Google it. I'm gonna giggle it.
What
is a POAP? Proof of attendance protocol. I don't know what that is.
Proof of attendance protocol. I don't know what that means.
That's so cool. Okay, we're gonna look into that.
What is that?
That's something new. I like learning something new. I want to learn something new, so we're going to do that. We're going to look into that. Thank you, Michelle.
It's a marketing thing. Ooh, we got to put our marketing person on that.
Google in chat. My phone says nope. One thing we don't have, and like it is in regards to all of our abilities is marketing. That's like
You know,
Our
and
weakness.
Dan and I met somebody who is a decent marketer, so we need to talk to that person and see if we can bring them into the fold and get them to help us out a little bit. I know they've been very busy lately, so I wanted to pester that person. But
Leave it open.
so that's that, kids. That's everything we've got so far. The girls will be back again next week.
Come here, baby.
Kel says if you're serious about those bracelets, I may be able to come up with a semi-decent design. A semi-decent instead of a semi-decent. That's cute. That adorable. Nicely played, Kels. Nicely played. I like that.
Oh, puppy sighting.
Puppy sighting. Oh God, that's not a puppy. That's a horse.
Tinky, come here.
Come here, Tinkerbell.
Tinkerbell, come here.
All right, and we need a Juno sighting. Because,
Hi, Tinkerbell.
wow, a Great Dane. I love her
Tinkerbell.
already. I must come and pet her.
Okay, let me see Bo.
Come here, baby girl.
I will introduce you to Bo Peep.
Boom. And it's a Juno.
And there's Bo Peep.
And there's Bo Peep. Look, Juno. Look, puppy.
Bo Peep is up for
Did you
adoption.
see the ears?
with
Did you see the ears go?
Puppy. Puppy. Hi.
Hi, baby. I
Oh.
love you.
We need a Dan sighting.
Yeah,
I
we
know.
need Dan
We're gonna get him on board soon. We're gonna get him on board soon.
Puppies all over the place.
Yep. This convention has gone to the dogs.
Literally.
We know that was coming. You knew that was coming. Come on.
Tonight's show has gone to the dogs.
Anyway, so that's all. That's all we've got for you so far. You guys have a great week. Have a safe week, and we will all talk to you again next week.
Come see us in Syracuse this weekend.
Yes, come find Simmy.
Don't worry about a thing, cause I got a